second game in a row where you've had a 15-point lead and kind of watched it slip away. What did you think, or what did you see as that started to unfold?
Yeah, I mean, the second game, just giving up the lead, and it's tough. I mean, we got a lot of guys out, but that's no excuse. It's that next man up mentality, and we just got to figure out how to close games better. Can't giving up two games in a row, being up 15. It's tough, and those sting because you know you have a good chance to win those. And so for us, it's still learning. It's still early. You never want to get too high, too low early on in the season because this is just the beginning. So this is a long season. We got a lot of guys that we still need to get healthy to come in and help us.
If you could point at one or two things tonight, what changes this outcome?
Obviously, they're paint scoring. I mean, if you just cut those in half or even in the third, we win. I mean, they got a lot of paint points and didn't hit too many threes. And so that even that last play, it was either me giving up a lob to Mitchell or Austin for a three. So just wanted to play percentages, and Austin hit a big three, and I mean that kind of gave him a big boost at the end. But yeah, I think really just protecting the paint a little bit better. We could have done that better job.
And you mentioned closing out games. Is there really any way to work on that other than to just continue to have these situations and force yourself through them differently?
I think we just gotta get healthy. We just gotta get guys back and healthy and playing. We're not even on our full roster, and it sucks. But it's part of the NBA, and I gotta do a better job and do more. So we all do.
Any additional questions? There are currently no hands up in the queue. Caleb Johnson.
Hey, Trae, how much does confidence or maybe lack of confidence play a role when you guys have a team like this make such a strong comeback against you late in the game?
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing. I mean, when you give a team confidence and you let them get rolling, that's just what happens. Sometimes it's just hard to stop. I mean, they're still pros. I mean, no matter what people say, they're still professional athletes. They can play, and so you let a team start feeling good, get rolling. I mean, any team can beat you.
Sarah.
Trae, how tough is it going against guys like Julius Randle and RJ?
Yeah, I mean they're both. I mean, really good players. Guys who are playing really well this year, especially Julius. Is definitely playing like I've been watching Julius play since high school at Prestonwood. So he's starting to look like Prestonwood Julius to me. He's just playing strong, playing downhill, and it's working for them.
Back to Kelly.
Trae, one more thing. When you look at your line tonight and you see 31 points, 14 assists, but you look at those 8 turnovers, how do you go back and assess that? Like, do you see ones that are okay because they're out of, aggressive play versus ones that you feel like you just shouldn't have had?
Yeah, I mean, for me, turnovers are like it's something that's going to come with the game. I mean, you look at the leaders and turnovers every year. It's usually guys that have the ball in their hand the most. And so for me, I know turnovers are going to happen. It's just the ones I can control a little bit better. Some of the things I want to clean up. And like I said, I'm still learning my teammates. This is my fourth, fifth game with Clint overall, and I'm throwing it, hitting the glass on the backboard, and like it's just stuff that I mean, it's going to get better. It's not the end of the world. And this is gonna get better over time.
One more from Sarah.
DeAndre Hunter was a little bit of a bright spot for you guys. What do you continue to see out of him as he kind of grows in his second year?
Yeah, I mean, Dre's been playing really good. I mean, he's playing with a lot of confidence. Just trying to continue to tell him to be confident. When he gets the ball, be aggressive. Because it's helping our team. I mean, when he's playing really good on the defensive end, playing really hard, and then also coming down and either drawing fouls on the other defenders or making plays for others. So he's been playing really well. I wish we could get some more wins for him, so we could stand out a little bit more. So for me, that's all that matters for me is I wish I could help win a little bit more because Clint played really well last game, and then I mean Trae's been playing really well. So it's gotta get better. We'll get better.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trae.
Gotcha.
All right, so Sarah, please go ahead.
Hey, John. What are some things you guys can do to make sure you kind of maintain leads toward the end of the third and the fourth quarter as well?
I mean, a lot of the things, obviously, I mean, really just comes down to us locking in. For some reason, you know, fourth quarters have eluded us. And like I said, we just got to do a better job of locking in mentally. You can't let the small mistakes beat us at the end of the game. And that's really it. We did all that work to lose like that. Can't happen.
What do you think as far as small mistakes? Do you think it's kind of like miscommunications or just, you know, what do you think those biggest things are that you guys can work on?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mix of everything, miscommunications, boxing out, not understanding certain assignments. I mean, all that goes into those, you know, those small mistakes and into the loss, because I feel like we did enough to win, got a lead and take care of it. Excuse me, sweat. Get another shower.
Kelly.
Sorry, I forgot I still had my hand up. John, where do you start, do you feel like, tomorrow as far as, you know, a couple games in a row now? I know this has to be, I can hear in your voice how frustrating it is, but building on closing out games.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough because we do a good job of playing a good 3 quarters in a sense, and then the fourth quarter is where it gets jumbled. So, I mean, like I said before, going back watching film and just trying to look at what we can do or what we should not do in late game situations to try to preserve that lead. Because, like I said, there's no way we get 2 leads and we give them up like that to 2 teams that I think that we're much better than. Gotta give credit to where credit's due, though. So
Let's talk about a couple positives, if you will. I mean, another big night from DeAndre Hunter and Clint Capella as well. Those 2 guys just continue to evolve, it feels like. What can you say about their play?
Yeah, we're gonna need those guys to play well to be successful as we do with everybody. So I'm glad to see them coming along. I'm glad to see Clint and Dre taking those next steps. We're gonna need them.
2 more. First from Chris Kirchner.
After the Brooklyn win, obviously your confidence was sky high, and after blowing 15-point leads in back-to-back games, I'm curious, how are you feeling about just the situation now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know we have a lot of potential and a lot of work to do, but right now I'm just pissed. I mean, I feel like we lost 2 games we shouldn't have lost. And the competitor in me wants to just do anything to take those back, to get back to that moment where we had both of those leads and do everything we can to keep it. So back to the lab.
Finally, from Jamila Johnson.
Hey, John, how are you?
Good, Jamal. How are you?
I'm good. So I wanted to ask, I don't know if it's because you guys don't have any fans in the arena or what, or we can just hear better, but you've been very vocal out on the floor. And I don't know if that's something that you were doing last year, if that's something you're trying to do more of this year, trying to be that more vocal leader. You're calling out ISOs, you're calling out different defensive plays. So is that just one of your goals that you have for this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been one of my goals, I would say, throughout my entire career, being a big man, being the back line. I see everything. So, I see everything. So it's my duty to call out everything, to be the guard's eyes. And I feel like that's just part of my growth and development. So I'm going to continue to be loud.
Thank you, JC.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Sean.
Sean.
Hey, DeAndre, thanks for joining us. believe we will have a question for you very soon. As soon as a hand pops up, I will call on Sarah Spencer. So here we go.
DeAndre, what were some of the biggest things that kind of tripped you guys up late in the third quarter and in the fourth quarter that allowed them to come back?
I think we had a lot of empty possessions, either with like bad ball movement or, turnovers and things like that. So that kind of got them back in the game. And I feel like they got a lot of offensive rebounds as well. So that definitely hurt us.
How do you guys go about, making sure you lock in late in the fourth quarter and avoid those mistakes that have been kind of, costly these past two games?
We just have to learn from these last two games. Take care of the ball, get a good shot every possession. Fourth quarter is when it counts. That's when we got really locked in, get a best shot every possession. And on the defensive end, I think we just got to continue to, communicate and end the possession with a rebound.
Chris Kirshner.
For 2 straight games now, the offense has gone cold in the fourth quarter. I know you just mentioned the bad ball movement, but is there something else specifically that you can point toward to why the shots haven't been falling late in the games?
Not that I can think of. Like I said, just run the offense, move the ball, create energy with the ball, and just, hit open shots. Sometimes you miss them, sometimes you make them. We've been missing them these last 2 games, but we'll make them.
Kelly.
DeAndre, 23-8 for you tonight. What do you think you can attribute to just your presence in these last few games and really being able to make an impact on it?
Just playing my game. The coaches have confidence in me. Players have confidence in me, and I have confidence in myself. And, when you have confidence from, the people calling the plays and, the people handling the ball and things like that, just gives yourself a lot of confidence. And I work really hard, so I'm always, ready to take the shots, ready to just show my game.
I'm going to follow up with one that is a little bit maybe strange, but tonight I saw when Trae went to the free throw line, Rondo called both you and Cam over at one point, and then right out of that, you managed to have just a wide open layup there in the lane, kind of with a backdoor. Mm-hmm. How was that something he saw? Did that just unfold because of something you guys knew you were seeing on the floor?
We saw it on the floor, but Rondo just kind of, reiterated it and just kind of backed it up, and we ran the play and it worked. So yep,
thank you.
Get that one to Rondo.
Well, I saw it, but I didn't know if that's how it really unfolded.
No, it was good.
Thank you.
All right, DeAndre, that was our final question for. Oh, I'm wrong. Sarah just put her hand up, so let's go to Sarah.
Sorry, I just have one more quick one. DeAndre, what were the kind of the focal points of the kind of post-game team conversation? Like when you guys came together, what did you guys focus on after the game?
This game?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say anything at all. We're just going to, watch film. We probably going to have to go over it tomorrow, but he didn't say much. Just brought it in, told us to stay together, and that's it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm very confident that was our final question. Thank you, DeAndre.